Why do the living disturb the sleep of the dead?
I follow his trail. I seek a girl, Tigra.
What's up, Vault Dwellers? You know, before CGI took over and every animated movie came with a pop song and a plush toy, there was a golden era of imagination just gone rogue. This is part one of a 3-part series exploring the 30 greatest fantasy and sci-fi animated films ever made. We're gonna rank them, we're gonna roast them, and we're gonna revere them. We're starting with the Trailblazers, films that push the boundaries, flip the genres, and just straight up redefine animation. Part 2, we're gonna dive into cult classics and cosmic weirdos. You know, the deep cuts, the fever dreams, and the midnight movie MVPs. And finally, in part 3, we head into forgotten fantasy. That's gonna be sword-slinging epics, offbeat TV specials, and hidden gems that shaped a generation. So whether you're here for philosophical cyborgs or laser-wielding dragons, you're in the right dimension. Go grab your VHS rewinder, pour yourself a glowing potion, and let's kick off this cartoon chronicle of animated mayhem and magic.
Why? Did he never tell me about any of you? Why?
To answer that, I must tell you about NIMH and our plan.
The director, Don Bluth, he used to work at Disney and he decided to break away and kick open the doors on a new project, starting with The Secret of NIMH. And this is about Mrs. Brisby, a timid field mouse trying to save her sick son, who then stumbles into a world of genetically enhanced rats.
How beautiful.
Ma'am?
The lights.
Ancient magic, and rodent politics more cutthroat than The Godfather.
We're just talking about you.
That's refreshing, Jenner. Usually you're screaming about us.
The animation, it's jaw-dropping. I mean, especially for 1982. I watched this movie, I really have no idea how many times, like every week for years. The shadows, they flicker. And when you see like the dust motes drifting in the air, every frame feels like it was just hand-painted with emotion. It doesn't sugarcoat danger or death either. And that's part of why it resonates. Bluth believed kids could handle a little bit of darkness if you also gave them some hope. The result? A film that still makes grown-ups sniffle when the amulet glows. It's a milestone for non-Disney animation, and a reminder that courage doesn't always have to come in big packages.
What's the use? What's a guy like me gonna do with a love nest anyway? Whoa! Excuse me, pardon me.
Pardon me.
The shut-off switch. You saw me save you.
The Iron Giant, it's the kind of film that just sneaks up on you. I mean, you think it's a Cold War era robot movie, right? But just bam, it hits you in the feelings like a 50-ton metaphor. This was set in 1957, and it follows a boy named Hogarth who discovers a just massive alien robot with a gentle soul and a nuclear past. Now cue the government paranoia, some existential questions, and just a whole bunch of tears. Brad Bird's directorial debut, it didn't just launch a career, it launched a cult legend. The animation it's beautiful, with traditional 2D art enhanced by CG touches for the giant. Vin Diesel voices the robot with stunning simplicity. Critics absolutely loved it. For some reason, audiences ignored it, and then it just exploded in popularity on DVD. I mean, now it's a certified classic, and rightfully so. It asks tough questions about violence, identity, and choice, all under the guise of a kid's film. And that final line, just cue the sobbing.
You stay. I go.
Actually, Doctor, your astronomical advice was most helpful.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I have a lot of help to offer astronomically.
A spacefaring adaptation of Robert Louis Stevenson' classic with flying ships, alien pirates,
Colors, Mr. Honest.
and a steampunk cyborg. Yes, please. Welcome to Treasure Planet, the most visually stunning Disney flop you probably didn't see in theaters. Jim Hawkins, he's a rebellious teen with a solar sailboard and some serious daddy issues. When he finds a star map to the legendary Treasure Planet, he sets off on a coming-to-age voyage with shape-shifting crew members and a complex father figure in the form of a cyborg John Silver.
Your father not the teaching sort?
No. It was more the taking off and never coming back sort.
I mean, this tanked on release, partially because Disney barely marketed it, and also because it came out like in the shadows of Harry Potter and the Two Towers. But good grief, this is just gorgeous. The blending of 2D characters and 3D backdrops is seamless. John Silver's mechanical arm alone is an animation marvel. Plus, James Newton Howard's score, it gives it such emotional weight. Treasure Planet is one of those rare Disney films that dare to be different.
Thank you, Delbert. I will take it from here.
And it paid the price. But for fans of sci-fi with a swashbuckling heart, it's a buried treasure worth rediscovering.
It's my turn to take control, and you've always been the one to give the orders, but now...
Aw, poor baby. Aggravated by little old me bossing you around.
Shut up!
Show some respect, you little shit!
If somehow you've never actually seen Akira before, just know this. It changed animation forever. So this cyberpunk juggernaut dropped back in '88, and it just exploded Western minds who'd never seen anime that didn't involve, cuddly little mascots. So this was set in dystopian Neo-Tokyo, and it follows biker gangs, psychic warfare, and government corruption, and body horror that would probably make Cronenberg flinch. Every frame is hand-drawn, like over 160,000 of them. And the level of detail, it's just mind-melting. The director adapted his own sprawling manga into a 2-hour film, trimming but never dumbing down the core themes. Like, power, identity, and apocalypse. It's not just the style. It's the substance with a side of telekinetic grotesquerie. Akira opened the floodgates for anime in the West and proved that animated films could be every bit as complex and disturbing as live action. It's wild, it's so dense, and it's one of the most important animated films ever made.
Is it Akira?
Look, it's Lord Akira!
The Great Awakening!
Don't be fooled! This isn't the Rapture! He's a false Messiah! Shut up! Long live Akira!
He's following us.
Just don't look at him.
Alright, just bear with me as I try and pronounce these words, but this masterpiece, it isn't just fantasy. It's a mythical odyssey wrapped in bathhouse surrealism. Spirited Away follows Chihiro, a 10-year-old girl who must survive a world of gods, witches, and some soot sprites to save her parents, who, they've been turned into pigs. You know, classic coming-of-age stuff. But through Miyazaki's lens, it's just pure visual poetry. This was a film that earned Studio Ghibli its international Oscar and cemented its place as Japan's answer to Disney, with more environmental themes and just way more frogs in suits. Every frame just pulses with life, and the world building, it's unmatched. Haku, No-Face, Yababa, these characters aren't just memorable. I mean, they're like mythic. Watching it feels like walking through someone else's dream. And it's no surprise this became the highest grossing film in Japanese history. Well, I mean, until Demon Slayer showed up. And it's a fantasy film that respects its audience's intelligence, even when its world is delightfully incomprehensible.
Chief Directive. Classified. Name. Wally. Wally.
Pixar went like full Kubrick meets Chaplin with Wall-E. So this starts off in a trash-covered Earth, and a lonely cleanup robot discovers love, rebellion, and the remnants of human civilization. With almost like no dialogue in the first 30 minutes, it's probably one of the ballsiest storytelling moves ever made in a family film. Wall-E and Eve, they're like the perfect odd couple. Pure visual emotion with a side of slapstick. The film critiques consumerism, environmental neglect, and sedentary life, yet remains tender and optimistic. The space visuals are breathtaking, and Thomas Newman's score is one of Pixar's best. It's science fiction, a romance, and silent film homage rolled into a beautiful compressed cube. Even after all these years, Wall-E feels like it's still looking into our future and kindly asking us to do a little bit better.
And now, boys and girls, it's showtime!
You know, if Inception blew your mind, it owes a thank you to Paprika. This masterpiece dives into dream therapy tech and the collapse of the boundary between reality and illusion. So this is about Dr. Asuku Chiba and her dream diving alter ego, Paprika, and they're chasing down a rogue invention that turns dreams into waking nightmares. The visuals are just utterly unchained. You have circus parades, shifting cities, and reality warping transitions that still make visual effects artists sweat. Yet beneath the surrealism lies a deeply human story about identity and repression. Khan had a gift for folding fantasy into the everyday. Paprika wasn't just ahead of its time, it might actually still be ahead of our time.
Now I am truly grand, the ultimate one! Chief! Shine! Shine! Take me now!
believe it. Thermoptic camouflage.
Ghost in the Shell is cyberpunk boiled down to its philosophical bones. Major Matako Kusanagi, these names are killing me, man. A cyborg cop chases a hacker across a futuristic Japan while questioning what it means to be conscious. With its haunting visuals and slow pacing, this ain't your average anime. This inspired The Matrix, just plain and simple. From its digital reign to its human-machine duality, it helped define a generation of cyberfiction. The animation is it's absolutely flawless, right? It's detailed, brooding, and just drenched in atmosphere. The question it asks about identity, AI, right, pretty timely, right? And free will, they're absolutely still relevant today. It's not just a film, it's a neural deep dive. Some watch it for the action, others for the quiet, meditative dread that comes from realizing your memories might not be yours at all.
Nonsense! This babble offers no proof at all that you're a living, thinking life form.
And can you offer me proof of your existence? How can you, when neither modern science nor philosophy can explain what life is?
God was telling you it wasn't your time yet.
You think? Seems to me he was telling me I was a pig and maybe I deserved to be all alone.
You can't believe that. You're a good person.
No, the good guys were the ones who died.
All right, technically made before Studio Ghibli existed, Nausicaä is still its spiritual mother. It follows a young princess scientist warrior trying to stop a war and heal a poisoned earth. We've got some giant insects, plenty of ruined civilizations, and gliders that make you wish windsurfing was a bit more practical. This is Miyazaki world building at its finest. The film's environmental message, it's blunt, but never preachy. Nausicaä is one of the best protagonists in animated history. Compassionate, capable, just wise beyond her years. The score, it just soars, and the animation, especially for 1984, it's breathtaking. This film laid the groundwork for everything Ghibli would become. It's fantasy and sci-fi merged into harmony.
Use it to repel the invading kingdoms and learn to live with the monster. Look.
An insect did that.
That's right, and whatever lucky man becomes my husband will see worse than that.
Topping our list is a film that's not just one story, but made of many. The Animatrix is a sprawling anthology that expands the Matrix universe with tales of rebellion, tragedy, and transcendence. From the haunting Second Renaissance to the frenetic anime action of Final Flight of the Osiris, it's the most stylistically diverse, ambitious animated sci-fi ever released. It brought together top-tier anime talent like Shinichiro Watanabe, of Cowboy Bebop fame, and just let them cut loose. Some segments are philosophical, others are just pure, raw action. All of them deepen the Matrix mythos in ways that sequels only hinted at. It's a fusion of East and West, digital and analog, and mind and machine. The Animatrix didn't just ride the cyberpunk wave, it helped define it. For animation lovers and Matrix fans alike, it's required viewing. These movies were just absolute game changers that proved that animation could punch just as hard as live action, maybe even harder. These films redefined genres, shattered expectations, and made many of us say, cartoons can do that. But trust me, we're just getting warmed up here, because in part 2, we're going to dive into the cosmic weirdos, cult favorites, and the how did this get made masterpieces. Think post-apocalyptic glam rock, ancient sorcery with laser beams, and a toaster that's going to absolutely wreck your emotions. If you like your animation bold, bizarre, and a little unhinged, you're not going to want to miss this episode. Here are some sneak peeks into part 2. Oh, and don't forget, hit the like button so that way you can queue up the next episode. And as always, keep it weird, folks.
Doctor.
Yeah, hurry.
到我的厨房去拿一杯大麦酒。
What did you tell him?
I asked him to bring cold liquor. No, really, I don't need it. No